You know something? I'm willing to bet that people don't understand tariffs. I'll be honest, I didn't understand them. I didn't understand what Trump was trying to do until I started doing my research. You know, Trump is not a stupid guy, okay? So remember that, folks. And Trump, like me, studies history. So a lot of the things he's trying to accomplish are seriously good things. Now, tariffs came about after 1913. It's not that long ago. Folks, by the way, please subscribe, like, and share. Okay, appreciate that there. Only got one person in here. You know, it always takes time for people to come around. Bear Hunter, good morning. Okay? Always takes time for people. I don't know if people are getting a notification. I posted this last night so everybody would be aware that I'm going to be doing this here. All right? Wouldn't it be nice, okay, if you did not have to pay income taxes? You've heard Trump say he wants to get rid of the IRS. Now I understand why. So let's dive into this, folks. Okay? First of all, the United States began implementing a permanent modern federal income tax in 1913 following the ratification of the 16th Amendment, which granted Congress the authority to levy tax. There it goes, Congress. Mm. All right, without apportioning it among the states. While temporary income taxes were used during the Civil War, 1861 to 1872, the 1913 Amendment established a lasting legal foundation for the current system. Why do we start paying? Prior to 1913, the federal government relied heavily on tariffs and excise taxes, particularly on alcohol and tobacco. Okay? Tariffs and excise taxes. You didn't have to pay taxes. Seriously, wouldn't it be nice if Trump can accomplish what he's trying to do and we didn't have to pay income taxes anymore? Folks, here we are. Okay? It's tax season again. Got to pay your taxes by April 15th. We all do. Otherwise, you get fined and they steep you worse than a Shylock would. Okay? After the Supreme Court ruled a previous income tax unconstitutional in 1895, Congress proposed the 16th Amendment. Congress, folks. The most crooked people on the planet is our Congress. Okay? You want to know why things don't get done? Why when they talk, they lie to you? Because Congress. Congressmen make millions and millions of dollars from lobbyists. That's what should be gone. That's what they should be voting to get rid of lobbyists. But that's never going to happen because it's up to Congress to pass that law. And they won't pass that law, folks, because it hurts them from making millions of dollars. Okay? These people are supposed to serve you, us. That's what we voted in to do. But once they are voted in, they only serve themselves. I hate to tell you that, folks. That's the way I feel, it's the way I think, and that's a known fact. Okay? As you all know, Donald Trump, our president, is in Davos. Davos. I want you to leave me a comment, folks. I know what countries that Davos is in. Do you know where it's at? Most people don't. Want to bet? Leave me a comment, folks. Tell me what country Davos is. Off the top of your head. York, you got it right. Okay, no, Nicholas is wrong. It's not in Greece. Thank you, Avery. I'm glad that you're a proud American. We all are proud Americans, and we should be proud because we have a great country, folks. Okay? Uh, I got so many, but I've done so much research. I've been working on this here from 6 o'clock last night. Okay? I got a lot of paperwork. All right? Now, bear with me, folks. Let me get things organized. I had a systematic way, and I wanted to do this. Okay? All right. Trump's tariffs have brought in hundreds of billions of revenue for the United States government so far. And folks, if you saw what I posted earlier, I did a short. No, I didn't post it over here. Okay? Trump or any president does not have enough time to implement the promises they make to the American people. You think 4 years is a long time? 4 years goes by like that. And you know who knows that very well is Donald Trump. Okay? You've heard me say it a million times. Our most important asset is time. 4 years is not enough. I think a president should be elected to one term, and that term should be 8 years. Yes, he's done no tax for overtime, no tax for Social Security. Okay, I just got my thing for the Social Security, by the way. Okay, we'll go over that later. All right? Hey, you're right. You're Ricky. All right, did I say your name right? All right. But, he needs time for these tariffs to take effect in order to accomplish what he wants to do. Now, it's not that 4 years is just not the only thing that's not enough. Then he's got to contend with the midterms. Okay? So basically, he has 2 years. because we don't know how the midterms are going to work out because Americans are unhappy. They only think about, like I think about. I go to the grocery store. I hate to go. All right. I mean, look it. I go. I can spend $50. I don't even need to get a bag, in which they charge you 10 cents for a bag. Okay, folks. If you haven't subscribed, I'm going to ask you again. Help me out the best you can. Subscribe, like, and share. It don't cost you a nickel. Not one single penny. Okay? You think tariffs would start a war? No, it's not going to start a war. Look, at the first effect of tariff is our prices go up. But once, if he's able to accomplish it, then the prices will go down and you don't pay any taxes. Okay? Is there a possibility of war? Extremely, very possible. Let's get into that later. All right? Because tensions are looming. Yeah, right, Nick. The terrorists take time. Trump knows that. His cabinet knows that. A lot of people know it takes time. All right? Michael, I'm not involved in the stock market. All the stocks I ever invested with, I lost, okay? So I stay out of the stock market. And it really upsets me, all right, when people talk about how great the stock market is doing. How great the stock market is doing has nothing at all to do with the average American because they don't invest. Well, you say he's not smart, okay? Yeah, look, we could agree to disagree. Let's be adults here, folks. Okay? Some people unsubscribe to me because I said I voted for Donald Trump. Okay? Let him go. I don't care. Goodbye. All right? I got a right to vote for who I want to. There was no way in this world that I could vote for Kamala Harris. Damn, she can't even talk. And she wants to run again. Good luck. Okay? Let's get back to this, folks. Numbers are important. Numbers don't lie. Okay? With estimates for 2020 reaching 2 to 300 billion, significantly boosting customs receipts through studies show American consumers and businesses pay nearly all of this cost, not foreign exporters. For example, U.S. Customs and Border Protection reported over 200 billion collected by December 2025. We're in 2026. Oh my God. With projections suggesting around 300 billion for the calendar year. The government collected approximately 195 billion in custom duties in fiscal year 2025, a 150% increase from 2024. 150% increase, folks. That's a lot. Total tariff revenue for 2000 was estimated. I said that. Okay. While duties on Chinese goods are a large component, recent increases on import from other countries has significantly increased overall revenue. Note the Bipartisan Policy Center. Who pays? Research indicates that U.S. importers and consumers absorb the vast majority, around 96% of the tariff costs, with foreign exporters have countries have significantly increased. Foreign exporters paying only a small fraction, 4%. These tariffs function more as a consumption tax on Americans, with every dollar of revenue representing money extracted from U.S. businesses and households, according to Common Dreams. I don't know who they are. Okay, Common Dreams. Hi there. Hi, Sarah. Good to have you here. All right. Roller skater. Not so much paperwork here. How much of the United States government? Now, I heard Donald Trump say, uh, with the tariffs and other things he's done, it's going to bring in, I think the number was, don't hold me to this, but I think I heard 18 trillion. But I don't know all, we got companies coming in, they're building plants, building factories, all right, that are going to be more jobs for people and so forth. Okay? Uh, that's a lot of money, 18 trillion. Remember, our national debt is 36 trillion, 36, 37. Yeah, Jeremy, but that's what I'm trying to tell people. If Trump is successful in accomplishing what he wants to do from the tariffs, we don't have to pay taxes no more. But I doubt that's going to happen. Only reason why is because 4 years is not enough for any president to accomplish what they want to do. It takes at least 8 years. Okay? And I just said that earlier. I'm going to say it again. It's my belief. Okay? We're too much political, where too much money is being spent in these political races that we have. All right? From local all the way up to the presidency. Just too much money. And when there's that kind of money floating around, somebody wants it. Okay? Well, if you think I'm a foolish man, go elsewhere. Chef Stachita. Okay? You know, I don't like ignorant people to come and follow me because I have a subscriber base and I love my people who subscribe. Okay? Because they're intelligent. All right? Well, right now, Slip, I think you're correct. Okay? That's going to happen. Go ahead, ask me the question. 604 Flex. People got questions, leave me the questions, and I'm going to try to answer. Okay? Individual income taxes make up nearly half of all the federal revenue, totaling about 2.4 trillion. Okay? Not really. Are you talking about back in Brooklyn there? 604? 8th in Vermont. 8th in Vermont. Is that here in Los Angeles? I don't go that far for pizza. Okay? No, crime does not pay. Only for Congress. All right? They're the biggest people in crime. They are the real organized crime. Everybody wants to call us Italians organized crime. And they give us the name the mafia. The real mafia is Congress. Okay? Thank you there. Uh, uh, Papa Lump. Thank you so much. I appreciate that comment. Okay? You know, folks, it seems the longer I'm on here, the more people that come and the more views I get. Okay? I can't figure out algorithms. I don't even know what an algorithm is. But I try. I come here, okay? I come only one time a day. Sometimes some people come and they spend a lot of time, do several shows every day. That's not what I do. Okay? I come here, I give you information that I hope helps you. But I give you truth and I give you facts. And I show you the receipts, folks. I honestly, I work. I'm doing more work now than I did when I was in high school. Okay? And I'm learning more. And I'm 81 years old. You're never too old to learn. The total federal revenue is approximately 4.9 trillion. And as I said earlier, individual from what we pay is 2.4 trillion. And that comes from funding government operations with individual income taxes from withheld paychecks and payments being the largest source, followed by payroll taxes for Social Security and Medicare. Payroll taxes roughly 1.7 trillion. That's how much comes from payroll tax. Corporate in taxes, corporate income tax, this is a big number, $529.9 billion. How does it work? The progressive system income tax rates increase with income, meaning higher earners pay a larger percentage. Well, you all know that there. You make more money, you pay more in taxes. And folks, our tax system, what are they giving us back for? Seriously. Federal revenue comes from various sources, but income taxes, both individual and corporate, are the dominant. I have a relative extremely close to me, somebody I love very dearly that has a nice business down in Florida. I'm going to tell you something, okay? He pays quarterly, quarterly, $150,000 every quarter taxes. That is how much, folks? All right, 150 times 4, $600,000 a year. That's one small business. What did they give him back for? Nothing. He gets nothing back. That's the problem with our tax system in this United States. You know, people before 1913 knew what they were doing, and it got changed. And it got changed when it went to Congress. So, and Congress is robbing you and me every single day. Every single day, folks. Hmm. Return. I just got a tax return 4 times higher than last year. I'm a restaurant worker serving in New York. The taxes I had returned that were taken out of tips made a huge difference. I bet they did. There's a lot of people that get enormous amount of their income from taxes, from tips. So I'm glad that Donald Trump did do that there. Okay? Now what happens if Kamala Harris comes in, say she did get voted in, that would be gone. She'll take it right back. Okay? Because anything that Donald Trump does, they're going to reverse it. They just don't like this guy for whatever reason. But the reason is they don't like him because there's nobody working harder than him. He's my age. You see him every day working. You don't see other presidents doing that there. So you got to applaud him for that there. Have you subscribed to my channel yet, folks? Okay, I'm trying to get to 15,000 here. All right, I'm just about 150 short. So help me out here. All the wisdom you share with. Thank you, Jacob. Jacob Carpenter. Thank you so much. And, I want to thank, I can't remember the names like I told you. I hope you're here. The people that went to my PayPal and put some money in there. Okay. You put it through your company, so I don't know who you are over here. I just wanted to thank you for that there. Folks, as you all know, I am the author of a best-selling book called The Accidental Gangster. This is another way you can help me here, okay? And you just go to my website. For those of you who don't know me, you should go to my website, and because you could read a lot right from there of who Ori Spado is and things that I've done and what I'm known for. Okay? It's all in my website. And another thing, okay, some of you followed me yesterday, okay, and for those of you who are memberships of the Gangster Circle, you know that you're getting information before anybody else. Okay? Before the rest of the people get it, you are getting it. I think it's only like $2 or $3, so it's not a lot of money. So help me out there and let's build my membership up. Okay? So, if you got $2, $3, one, it's not a lot of money. You can't even buy a cup of coffee with $2, $3. Okay? Let's see, any other question? Hi, Gina. Diamond Kelly, how you doing? You're laughing here. What are you laughing about, Diamond? Huh? Chris, I don't understand your question. Satana, you love my painting. I'll sell it. Come up with a price. It better be in the thousands, though. My favorite news source, it happens to be News Nation. Okay, I like it because they're not either one side or the other, but they're getting like that. There's some of their pundits on there, and I don't like that. Okay, I want straight news. I don't like, I get more news from reading than I do from watching cable news. Okay, and if you all notice, cable news is it's going to be gone pretty soon. That includes Fox, CNN, MSN, MSNBC. They changed the name, I guess. All right, I don't even know why they're still on the air, but if you notice, and we're all here on YouTube, you'll see all them guys, Jesse Walker, Como, uh, Megan Kelly, they're all on YouTube. And they're making more money than they were when they were working, okay, over there for those funky, may I say, so-called, they're not news folks. They're brainwash techniques. They brainwash you to think what they want you to think, okay? I don't let nobody brainwash me, okay? So thank you. We're to 22 to 20. Thank you for that question. Okay. Folks, I got another question I want to ask you. You know that I come here normally at 11 a.m. in the morning. And you know what? That I come here because I don't know why that's the time I started coming here. But, at 11 a.m. here, it's only 2 p.m. in New York and everybody's working back there. Okay. And thank you, Roller Skate. All right. Telling the people hit that like button. I don't understand why people don't hit that like button. And then even if you don't like what I say, you could give me a thumbs down. Okay? I never see a thumbs down. But some people don't like it. They don't do nothing. That shows how lazy, unappreciative people are in this country today. Okay? Unappreciated. All right? I watch a lot of YouTube shows. I watch David Betta. I watch Megan Kelly. Uh, there's a couple others that I watch that are good people like myself. They give you truth, give you facts, and they do the research. And I give them all away. Yeah. And they get millions of views. But I still like and I subscribe to the channel. Okay? Because I appreciate the truth that people provide. In fact, because I learn from them. Okay? Thank you, Noni, saying I look handsome. God bless you. Thank you so much. Okay? Folks, I treat you like you're my family. You are my family. And without you folks, there'd be no reason for me to come here and do these live shows. Okay? You see, I post very few videos. Another thing you will notice is that I don't come in and show you uh, clips on what other people say, okay? Because to me, that's a form of stealing, okay? This person said this, so why are you showing me that for, okay? I want to hear what you got to say, okay? And I'm sure when you come here, you want to hear what I got to say. I'm not right all the time, but when I'm not and I find out I'm wrong, I let you know. And I apologize to you if I'm wrong. So I try to treat anybody. Okay, we have one person who knew where Davos was. It's in Switzerland, folks. It's in Switzerland, up there in the mountains where they ski, uh, and so forth. Now, I was not going to talk about Greenland today, but, you know, Trump is not the first person. This is not something that Trump woke up with and said, I want Greenland, okay? You know, Greenland, you know how many people there are in Greenland? 54,000 people. 54,000 people. Got more people in Boca Raton, Florida. You got 112,000 people there. Okay? So you got, can you imagine that whole continent sitting on ice? It's only 54,000 people. But it serves a great person, a great purpose, okay, for our military to protect our country and to protect other countries. It does. Now, we do have, according to the treaty, the right to send troops there, put a military bases, and so forth. We can already do that from my understanding. All right? So I can understand he's offering to buy it. He's offering to purchase it. Just like Puerto Rico, just like Somalia, not Somalia. What's the other? There's another island in the Pacific that we own and they could vote, okay? Uh, but I just see some of the people in Greenland, they don't want to be part of the United States. You know why? They got free health care. They get paid from Denmark. They get everything they want. So basically, they don't have to do anything. So I can understand that part of it. I don't know why anybody would want to live there to begin with. Okay. Anyways, folks, that's about it for today. Okay. I want to thank you all for coming. And please subscribe, like, and share. All my love and respect to you. Take care.